You just throw a bunch of like dead weight in a backpack and go cruising around.
Yeah, we call that kids.
Welcome to Unfiltered Brew, the show where biotech talk collides with beer in your closet debates and Peloton meltdowns. Episode 46 starts now. Welcome back to Helical Brew, the Unfiltered Brew, and Elizabeth, great to have you on this week. We didn't have you on.
Yeah, I'm glad that
you're back.
I'm able to join today.
Yeah,
we missed the splash of red in our lives.
That's right.
Of course, all red today.
All red, the red chair.
Very Canadian.
Very Canadian.
See, she's red on red, and then her background is doing fine with not blurring it out. Love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's also just proximity to the head too. It's a little bit lower chair, so I don't know. Oh yeah, just the mere mention of it activated. The chair is like, I will come back. You cannot mask me from the show. I am the fourth member of the cast. Yeah, that's what it's saying. Your chair wants to be on the show, and you're just not that into having it on the show.
It's not that into it.
It's not into it. I don't like what. Go away, chair. Go away, chair. But yeah, here we are. It's wow, hard to believe we're coming up on almost. Oh, yeah. Third week in August. It feels like it's the end of August, but that will be coming soon.
That flew. This year flew.
Yeah.
It flew by. Yeah, the summer flew by. I just like, oh, wow, the kids are out. I'm seeing, folks out there running about in my neighborhood. And then next thing you know, all gone. E-bikes, the e-bike count on the road went down by 75% in my neighborhood. Horses are up.
Kids were wild this summer, though.
They were.
Yeah, those e-bikes were like flying.
Oh, and I've heard some, I hate to go negative, but I mean, I've heard some sad stories of helmetless, even with helmet, really high speed impacts with an e-bike that can go 35 miles an hour. I mean,
I know some parents are actually putting motorcycle helmets on their kid just because they just want to be extra safe.
I mean, 35 miles an hour on a two-wheel vehicle is, there's no difference from being on a real motorcycle, because an accident at 35 miles an hour on a motorcycle with no helmet, or even with a helmet, you're still going to end up with road rash, out the wazoo. So yeah, I've heard of a couple of deaths in Nevada from e-bikes with massive power, like dual hub motor, synchronized drive, all that stuff. And capable of, over 20 miles an hour. My Peloton reports back how fast I'm effectively going. And I'm lucky 25 is crazy.
Peloton. Watch you fly off the Peloton.
Oh my gosh, please slow down, Mike. You're about to fly off your Peloton. The flywheel is reaching the limits of its rotational speed. You need to slow down immediately.
I must work out.
Cody Rigsby pumped me up so much I can't stop pedaling. Yeah. I mean, that's just,
is that a coach?
He is a coach. Cody is probably the most popular coach in the history of Peloton. He's very often the one day a week he does the 4 p.m. West Coast time run, and it is most live joins I've seen on any shows that they have. Yeah, he'll get 20, 30,000 on a.
Wow.
That's a lot.
And you have a bike, not a treadmill, right?
I have a bike. I have an OG bike. It's the original
OG
bike
COVID status.
Oh, well, and I so you could not have paid more for a Peloton OG bike than what I paid.
Because you bought it then.
You also could not have waited longer for a Peloton than I waited. Right in the middle. You hit it on the head, sir. I bought it right in the middle of COVID, and that sucker took a long time, cost me a ton of money, and it even needed warranty service. But I'm glad I got that out of the way because it has actually been a gem ever since. It's working off a version of Android that is ancient, or whatever, a piece of hardware that's ancient, but it doesn't matter. They keep it running. So.
Yeah, but how many people hate the fact that as soon as we were out from having to stay at home, all these like Pelotons flooded the offer ups and the marketplaces. You're like, you paid a heavy dollar and then you can get it used for so much cheaper right after the lift happened.
You're right. And the price new went down. I think you can get one now for $1,300 new. It was double that when I got it.
Was it? I was asking, like, how much was it? Yeah.
The new one is like, are still around $2,300. But all the new one really does is it has an adjustable screen, so you could use it as if you wanted to work out next to the Peloton. So I could turn it and use this area as like a workout and do a non-bike workout in front of it. And then it's got automatic resistance control, which who cares? It's just a knob. I know. For those of you that have a new Peloton, I'm not crapping on it, but it's like, I don't know.
Crapping on it.
But I am. Why would you pay an extra $1,000 for that when you can get this for $1,300? Plus a $65 membership a month. So
some of these things, I'm just like, at that price point, the coach better be included. Like next to me working out.
I mean, you get effectively, you get like what 60 coaches that they have. So it's a lot. I mean,
the live sounds like fun.
It's fun. Oh yeah, going live is fun. And I've had 2 shout outs in my Peloton career, so I'm pretty. And one was by Cody. He's like, he stopped. I'll replay it. He slows down his bike. He's getting ready to do a shout out, and he goes, finger in the air, 2 meter mic. Congratulations on 100 rides. Yeah, we got a live shout out. That was awesome. That's for those of you that snort Peloton, that is the end all be all. Is when you get a shout out from one of the coaches.
Superstar.
Yeah, you got to put what I did was I put hashtag 100 rides. So the producers are in the background piping his screen because he's working out with you, so he's got limited bandwidth to kind of do it, so he gets it's done for him.
So what I do for you in segment notes.
Exactly. That's where I got mad respect for producers because, thank you for everything you do, sir, in producing the show.
By the way.
So,
dude, you had some awesome, speaking of producing the show, some awesome shorts coming out. And now that you're in all these different places, like TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook, YouTube, everything is blowing up. We're finally in the algorithm machine that is being presented to the watchers, which is great.
The algorithm engine.
Yeah, but we just got to get more likes and subscribe. So if you're watching right now and you're enjoying the content that we're getting out there, please like and subscribe so that we can continue to produce more content for you.
Click that button, smash that subscribe. That's what we need.
We got to get the merch in here, but we need to get those stats up.
Got to get the merch. We don't want to be wearing other people's merch. We're like, I'm wearing other people's merch right now. So.
But you know what? I was at ISPE vendor night in San Diego. I got my cards from everybody. And I was like, bro, it was beautiful in this area right off of Pacific Heights Road in Mira Mesa. And between buildings outside, they had free food and a free taco truck also on top of the catered food. I was like, dude, we could totally do a live show right from here, just outside and enjoying vendor night.
Yeah. And wait, Pacific Heights, that's right by Gravity Heights Road. Or Gravity Heights
where all the biochem, biotech companies are right there before you drop down to the freeway in Mira Mesa. You know what I'm talking about? Where Diversa used to be on the hill.
Yeah, there's a Holiday Inn Express back there, and then used to be a Chili's. Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Pacific Heights. Remember going down there many a time. Mira Mesa is one of those. It's longer than you think, right? When you're crossing over from 805 to the 15, it's
and culturally, it changes. It's we're biotech to industrial to the hub of all the eateries that you could ever want.
To massive Korean barbecue places.
We should have gone to Somi Somi after. It's right down the street.
Oh, yes. It's probably a good thing that Reno, that I don't, maybe they have one, but I don't know where it is if they do. Because that
you gotta take Elizabeth next time you're in San Diego.
Yes.
You've never been to a Somi, Elizabeth?
No.
Oh, that is. Ooh.
That's a shame. We gotta rectify that.
Ooh, yeah. And you'll memorize the configuration after you go 4 or 5 times. You'll try different configurations, and you're like, "Oh, what's your base? Gonna go with the Nutella? Or are you doing
Always Nutella. My daughter gets custard, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Do you really do it like that? Do you
I do. Yeah. Because
she's not with me.
She's in that age where they get embarrassed by their parents, so I go extra when we're in public.
Ooh. Yeah.
Don't you do that, Elizabeth, when you know it bothers them? You're like, oh, are you embarrassed?
Yeah, sometimes they tell me, like, stop, I'm getting embarrassed by you. But I don't care.
It's fun.
Amazing. I derive fun from embarrassing my child.
Oh.
Welcome to Helical Brew, embarrassment edition. So we had a puppy surgery this week.
Yes, another one.
Which puppy was it?
The Frenchie.
The Frenchie.
So she had the Spain surgery, and then she was not staying still. So she was running around, jumping and moving too much. So she got a hernia. And now we had to do a surgery for that. So she's just recovering today. She's been under sedation for the entire time. So she's not herself, but we want we don't want her to be herself.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
Another hernia is not what you want after a hernia.
No, and she's very hyper. She's extremely hyper dog. So we want to keep her calm. Yeah. It is hopefully her last surgery, and from there we are good.
There are calm Frenchies, there are Hyper-Frenchies, and then there's Mila.
Yes, exactly. She has dialed up the Frenchiness in her. It's like
the Frenchiness.
And despite
my puppy is a French Bulldog Terrier mix, so I barely ever see the Hyper-Frenchie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Terrier is going to be more reserved, upper crust.
So she's doing better now that she's coming out of it?
Yeah, we'll see. We have to keep her calm for like about a week.
Elizabeth is being cautious.
Doctor's like, here's a box. And you're like, what's in the box? Oh, that's like 2 weeks worth of sedation meds. Here you go.
No, this time I asked them, I said, you need to send it with me because I cannot afford to have another surgery. You know, like this is the last one. And last time they should have done that. They should have sent us the medication. And I blame the doctor because they didn't, knowing how she is, they should have thought of it. But we didn't think of it as well. Like,
does she have a crate? Like, can you put her in her crate?
Yes, she has.
Is she calmer if she's in there?
No, she screams a lot when she's there.
Eventually gives up, right?
Yeah,
sort of like
and at one point
back,
she calms down when she realizes that,
like nobody cares.
Stay there. Mm-hmm. It takes some time.
It's nice having a townhouse. You just put her in the ground floor screaming and you could be on the top floor.
No, you can hear her.
Goodness.
Through the entire house when she's screaming. Yeah. Even outside. That's why I am afraid that people will think I'm torturing my dog, because one time I left her at the office and she was in the crate. And then when I came to the office, there were people outside, and the neighbor, he's like, what happened? Like, the dog is screaming. I said, she's in the crate. That's why she's screaming, but I couldn't leave her, just running around. Yeah. So yeah, it was, they noticed it outside.
Oh, well, I hope she feels better.
Yeah, I hope so too. She's very playful. Now she's weird because she's not saying anything. She's just sleepy, drowsy.
Yeah. A rare moment. The pain medication or whatever sedation-induced behavior.
Sometimes it's cool though, because then you could just like cuddle with them more because they're too out of it to like fight
hey,
you.
Hey, puppy. So, you want some helium?
Oh, she goes crazy with balloons too.
Oh yeah, balloon dog.
Yeah, it's so quiet now that the house feels weird.
It's like the absence of noise.
That's one of my favorite things about having a townhouse is that, I go up one level from ground floor and it's like just I don't know, so maybe the sound waves, the way coming from cars that are nearby or on the road that's in the distance, they just don't penetrate up here as much as they do on the ground floor. So I don't, and on the third floor, it's next level. Third floor, it's like, given that, like, I'm not that far from a huge road, but I hardly hear it at all.
Mike has 3 floors.
Yes.
I only have 1 floor.
We need one of those hockey penalty.
Or like the yellow card.
Hockey goal. Well, yeah, the yellow card, but I just like that sound of when there's like an interruption by the officials, sonically in a hockey, it's like this, you know, and then it's the same sound they hit when somebody gets a puck in the goal. But you know what?
I bet there's an app for that.
There is an app for that, but there's
like
also
a whole board, right?
Those streaming boards that a lot of the professional gamers use, the ones that I watch sometimes. They have these little, like, when sometimes they'll turn their camera around, they'll show you their board, and it's just this, you know, thing that sits in front of your computer, and you can press the buttons, you can change cameras, but it also has sound effects. So I could also add an effect to my mic, you know, and like hold down the button and it changes my voice, and then let go and it goes back to normal. So you know what? Would that be annoying? If I were to add that degree
I kind of want one of those boards. I want to play around with that. All these things that you don't realize because you're not like previously to this a streamer, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. Another thing, Stone Mountain, who's he's a gaming broadcaster. He has a camera that's facing down, so like he can switch to that and show something above his keyboard. So he could be like, showing you how these AirPods work, but not having to like do this, you know. Instead, it's all he just puts his hands on the desk, and so just stuff like that. Next thing you know, I'm going to have this massive like cocoon of rig surrounding my desk, and it's like I'm worried that like I'm going to make it so heavy that the standing desk will no longer raise and lower. The motor's going to be like burning, overloaded from all the crap.
Oh, no way. It can handle it.
Of course it can handle it. That's why I went with
a Mac Mini. Do you know what his
Mini.
deck is called? I kind of want one now.
Elgato. It's an Elgato deck.
I was just looking at that.
EGLADO or TO.
Elgato.
Yeah. Best Buy actually has a nice display of them typically, because I guess streaming's gotten so popular that even Best Buy carries this stuff. And they've got a whole aisle of just gear for streaming. Mics, headsets, video switchers, capture devices, capture cards, all that. So typically,
go next level, guys. Next level.
And you need two computers. So like any streamer worth their salt is worth using one for the actual content, whether it's the game or what we're doing here. And then the other box, all it does is a compression and streaming box for all your video. So you can send like Stone sends out to YouTube, Twitch, all these platforms simultaneously. So you need like a dedicated PC to do it.
Well, we're not streaming.
Doesn't hear these.
Oh, yeah.
We're not streaming yet.
Yeah. He's getting there.
We're not streaming yet, but we have master plans for streaming here. Yes.
I told Mike I'm going to need an intern if we're going to do crazy streaming stuff.
Why
Anyone
not?
looking to intern at the Helical Brew, drop us a line at helicalbrew@gmail.com.
We'll pay for the gear. You put it together and run it. And
get some valuable experience.
You'll be an assistant producer. Your boss is going to be Sura. So
intern.
Yep.
And you get a Helical Brew hat. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Work for free. Get swag. We can pay you a little bit.
I pay in swag.
Nominal. So yeah. And it's the year's going so fast. That's like the Europe trip's coming up and all these meetups in Europe. And then we got the LRIG in Boston, which I need to plan ahead for because LRIG in Boston is going to be an important one.
Yeah.
Could we do some dates just because I feel like I need to update my calendar? Because there's LRIG San Diego, LRIG San Francisco. There's some stuff happening in Europe. There's ISPE in Boston, ISPE in North Carolina. There's so much coming up.
Yeah, there is.
There's a phone call.
There is. Getting a call there.
Hello?
So,
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, it's. I guess I did not have a do not disturb on.
Live.
Anyone? Anybody? Anybody?
It's like an Apple commercial. It's even the old school like ringtone, right?
Oh, well, I think it was you guys. I don't remember who. I think it was everybody. It was like my landline rang, and everybody was like, "Dude."
Yeah.
You've got a landline? I remember that one. Yeah. So at least
That's
I didn't get
short.
Like, well, it's clearly a mobile phone, so we'll let that pass, you know.
We'll let it slide.
We'll let that one slide there. LRIG Boston. I've got a lot of dates on my calendar, but actually LRIG Boston is not currently on.
Switch them to the Helical Brew calendar since you sometimes forget, and then we can just see all of them.
Oh, put all that stuff on
time.
our
Helical Brew, because sometimes you put your flights on there accidentally, which is really funny. I'm like, so Mike, you flying out at this time on this day? We share a calendar.
Very open. All right, it's fine.
Crew.
You know, it's like we're very transparent here. comes to our
transparent team here.
So October 28th is the LRIG at the Boston Marriott Cambridge, for anyone who wants to know. So end of October, that is so Halloween's that Friday. So you can just hang out in Boston for Halloween if you want. And then you've got the Nicholas Forum on October 8th and 9th in Stuttgart. For anyone that's in Europe, any of our listeners there. The Nicholas Forum is held at the Fraunhofer Institute, which is right next to the University of Stuttgart campus. So cool spot if you've never been there. And of course, we got MSACL. That's on the week of the 22nd of September. And then just before that, the week of the 15th is ILMAC in Switzerland, September 15th. And the week before that, we've got Analytica 2025 in Columbus, Ohio, on the 10th of September. So there's like 3 weeks in a row with stuff all over the world. And then there's also an SLAS meetup in Austria during September. So that's September 23rd. And there's going to be another SLAS meetup in Munich on the 16th of October. So you've got back-to-back, month-to-month SLAS meetups in Germany and Austria.
And we've got LRIGs, right? LRIG San Diego.
And there's LRIGs all over the place.
18th, Bay Area, October 9th.
I'll be missing both of those, sadly. Yeah. Wish I could hit the San Diego one. Bay Area. And then probably New York's going to do something, I'm guessing. Is Canada got something going on for
already
Q4?
did.
Oh, did they?
7th.
Okay.
But I think they are organizing something else in the fall.
Usually
That
do
was the
something
robots
Q4.
and rooftops.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah, Constantine, I think, was talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
How
Canada?
do-
No, we don't have anything planned yet.
No.
I'm trying to get some socials in the calendar, but I don't know when it's going to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I'm seeing is their Spring Expo. Yep. So New York City. Not seeing anything new there, but wow, healthy number of sponsors for the LRIG New York chapter that they have, I guess, as sustaining sponsors for that chapter. Oh, yeah. Okay. They've come a lot. They've come fast, just like Canada has. They've really grown fast.
Yeah, they're doing very well.
And what a great place to have an LRIG chapter, though. I mean, that's never a dull moment in New York City. That's pretty cool.
Their
Have
events
you
are
been
very...
to New York events, Elizabeth?
No, I haven't. I'm following them on LinkedIn and social media, but I really like the way that they are approaching things. And it's always very fun to see the activities that they're organizing, how much engagement they have with vendors and attendees too. So their
Maybe we should
marketing
all
team
three
is
of us
awesome.
plan on a trip and then crash one of their events in New York. Well, I mean,
Oh,
we can
that would
just
be awesome.
go, but I'm going to call it crash because it's a lot more fun that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would like to just go to one of their events, but yeah, it's been a timing challenge, but hopefully we'll get one of them in there. And I think this year they are, from what I heard, they're avoiding overlapping each other, like what happened last year, where they were all within a 10-day period.
It was a must for everybody to try to spread them so we can.
It's not so much for the locals; it's for the vendors, right? Because you got some of these vendors need to have the same person in 3 different places.
Yeah.
To participate, and so that's good. Well, look at that, Lab Services. It's nice. They're sponsoring the New York City chapter, so they're doing more and more in the U.S. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, fun.
Yeah, so we're getting crossover from Europe over in the U.S. So yeah, that's just a quick summary of the events. We're not an official event spool, but we do go to a lot of these. So I think it's kind of fun to at least share with folks if they're not thinking about it yet. There's also at the beginning of October, there's going to be an Oxford Global event, drug discovery event. I can get the dates here. I think it's 2 and 3 October in San Diego coming up. So that's going to be not the typical, I guess, brand of event that we're talking about the most, like LRIGs or SLAS and things like that. But Oxford Global and some of these other events. What's the Biocom? That's another one that does quite a few events. And they have a calendar for folks that want to go check out what Biocom is if you haven't. When I was at Thermo, actually, Thermo was a corporate sponsor of Biocom. And that was kind of cool because any of the corporate sponsors could go to anything on the list for the most part. Yeah, October 2 and 3, they're having kind of 2 events at the same time, formulation and delivery and drug discovery. October 2 and 3 in San Diego. At the Sheraton San Diego Resort. Not a bad spot. And they typically get around 500 or so people visiting that. And all winding up for SLAS, which I know a lot of the due dates for SLAS participation, like if you're a speaker, are coming up next month. It's typically like about 3 months ahead is typically when they bring everything in for review and scheduling, things like that.
Yep. And we're discussing doing another lead up to SLAS series. So we'll get another show guests coming on.
We're going to have some, that's right. We're going to have some guests, and we will curate a list of guests ahead of the show to talk about what we know is new and what we think might be new.
and stuff that maybe only we know about SLAS that you might want to know.
Exclusive on the Helical Brew, the launching point for all new things.
Hopefully we can have Vicky.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm super excited about the episode coming out soon. That's going to be cool. Yeah. I will not divulge any information beyond that.
We will keep you intrigued for a little longer.
Although our shorts will give you a hint.
A pretty big hint.
Very large hint, like wall filling hint. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I like that we go over events at the beginning or in Unfiltered Brew, because some people don't know about all these events, and then you guys can go look it up and actually get more details. Yeah. Or email us and we'll get you the links to where you need to go.
It's kind of the same thing with our happy hour that we have in Reno, which we're going to kind of convert that to just a general, sort of meetup. But the happy hour, it drives a lot of it. And the word has gotten out through various mechanisms, including the podcast, which has been great. So we get new visitors from different parts of the country for that. I mean, not super far because it is Reno, but we are getting, we've got a handful of companies to visit, so you can mix it up with other business that you might have in the area.
But I love that there's stuff to do now all over. Like it used to be, there's just like 3 hubs and that's it. But now you see some stuff in Reno, some stuff in Arizona. That's great.
And like Haley's logo has been used. So there's now London meetup and the Munich meetup. If you look carefully at the lab automation meetups in those 2 areas, look at the logo. It's kind of inspired by the logo that we did in Reno. So.
Oh, did she give them rights for that?
Oh yeah, no, everybody reaches out and asks.
Nice.
But it started out as the biggest little lab auto happy hour, and then that logo went up on the page, and then, hey, you mind if I use that logo? And then so Munich's using it too, so it's kind of cool. It's sort of the word's gotten out. It's not super time consuming to organize, and in places like London and Munich, wow, I mean, you got a lot of folks that are in that industry within a U-Bahn trip. You don't even have to get in a car to get to these events. So it's been pretty sweet. Yeah. Anyway, I got some picks of the week. I'm just going to mix it in. I'm going to blend it.
I had one earlier today and then I misplaced it. Let me see if I can find it while you... I got it. I went to ISPE in San Diego, and Dome Construction made this little thing. I think it's out of bamboo, and it holds an iPad or a phone.
Oh,
you know how sometimes you get like...
practical.
Recipes on your phone, and that was my daughter. I should probably not show her a picture.
Practical and long lasting.
And you can even put your iPad because they've got spots for it. So pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like
free.
swag and free. Thank you, Dome.
Yeah, that's cool. Elizabeth?
No, I don't.
Her present.
Me.
You should do this. Me.
The pick of the week is moi. My pick of the week is a GORUCK pick of the week, and they just came out with the patches for the 250th anniversary of, essentially you can do 1775 and 1776, right? The American Revolution, 1775, and the Declaration of Independence in 1776. I'm a 76 baby, so coming up next year is the big year for us 76 babies, right?
Oh man, you were born in 1776? You look so good.
76. I only use the last 2 digits. 2 digits.
I thought we weren't aging ourselves on the show, but hey.
Aging ourselves on the show. Well, that's a choice, So there's the GORUCK. So the idea is between April and November this year, doing 250 miles at your own pace, which will be no problem for me. Do multiple miles per day, so it's fine.
Yeah, join Mike's challenge. Do hashtag
the
Ruck Helical Brew.
GORUCK. GORUCK. Yeah.
That's very military colors, right?
Well, yeah, the rucking is kind of a military thing. It's derived from the military. The idea of rucking Also, TRX is another one that came from military trainers, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
TRX, you know TRX, right?
I know TRX. I didn't know it came from the military.
Yeah,
that's cool.
so you can carry these 2 straps with you. If you've got a tree trunk or a tree or a pole or something, you can just hook them up. And now you've got straps you can use for doing back exercises, chest, arms, legs, and rucking.
Did you see me look for trees in my room? Like, that's so ridiculous.
I know.
Why did I do that?
If you didn't have finished walls, you could use the 2x4s behind them if you want to. I'm sure there's somebody out there. Well, an unfinished garage. I do know a guy here that has an unfinished garage where they are using the beams for the straps. It's a high enough ceiling to where. See, the thing is, I'm tall, 6'8", 2 meters 0.3 for those in the metric system, and yeah, like I need something really high. So, in fact, here's what I do. I won't get it.
Oh, your background's blurred.
It's one of those. It's one of those reach thingies, that has a little grip thing, because I need to like go run it. Like I'll put it around a basketball pole, a goal pole, and that's high enough where I can actually use the straps. I couldn't use your typical ceiling. The straps would be like reaching down to grab the straps to use the TRX. It's like that doesn't work for me. I cannot do that in where I live.
I challenge you to take a video of you doing this out in nature or an industrial location nearby and send it to me so I can make it into a short. Work out with Mike.
Work it out with Mike. Let's ruck our way.
It's around the street
to the basketball goal. And here we go. We're going to hook up the TRX straps and we're going to be all in on this paramilitary workout system.
Do it. We're going to make the hashtag go viral. Let's
go ruck.
Elizabeth, we need to get in on this. We're the only ones that don't ruck. Is it a verb?
Know.
We don't ruck.
We don't ruck.
Rucking, yeah. There's a whole section of the dictionary. Oxford has adopted all this stuff.
I ruck climb. I don't ruck.
Are you
I don't know
walking?
if there's another word.
No, I'm rucking. And then it's like, then you can have like a 20-minute conversation on the airplane as to what the hell that means.
Yeah, when you and Jeff were talking about it, you guys were back and forth, and me and Elizabeth were like,
oh, the look,
talking about?
Yeah, the looks you were given, it's like, what are they talking about? Rucking? Yeah, you just throw a bunch of like dead weight in a backpack and go cruising around.
Yeah, we call that kids.
I think there is like an unofficial program where people ruck with their kids. They're like, I ruck with a 100-pound kid, Okay. I just
Hashtag
feed them ice
parenting.
cream all the time, and then and they stay still. Yeah.
Should do that with Zena.
Yeah, I mean, a big dog would be a rucking candidate if they're like, but there's no real way to. Yeah, it's typically on your back or something like that.
We're just messing with you.
Carrying
metal plates or something like that. And I don't know. You never know. People come up with different ideas. I mean, I'm looking at the ruck plates here. It's like, I spent it's over $100 for a block of cast metal painted, and most of that is shipping cost. I remember when the guy, like the FedEx guy, shows up, and I'm like, how did you get 100-pound box to my doorstep? One person. Yeah. Yeah.
He's like cussing the whole way.
Oh, I wanted to put like a 20 under the mat or something.
He's like, here's your tip.
Sorry. Please come back to my place again. Anything else of interest?
Did you miss us, Elizabeth? Tell the truth.
What?
Silence
Did
is
you
my
miss
answer.
us? Did you miss us?
No,
Oh,
she
yeah,
already answered.
I heard you. No, I heard you. Did you message? And I'm like, message.
Oh, did you message?
What?
Did you message?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Got
I'll just
I
go
miss
cry
you
in the
guys.
corner.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, we're glad it was the three of us, the crew today, and yeah, we are it's just another Unfiltered Brew, which we like to do. We're kind of almost it's sort of every other episode lately, but
That rhymed, Mike.
Short.
Unfiltered Brew, which we
All
like
right.
to do.
Can you scratch? Yeah, that's right. That might be an expiration. Can you scratch a segment of in a short? You whip word.
What is that word to your mother?
Every once in a while, we take our little time machine back to the 80s, 90s, and everything. Everything after
That we remember reasonably.
Everything we remember, but I think most things have been in the 80s for the most. Yeah, especially when
I lived nicely in the 90s, though, too.
Yeah. I know you don't want to be like relate so much to the 80s, right? It's all the age reference stuff. Like, yeah. Well, the 90s, I mean, was my high school era, so absolutely, I completely agree. The radio in the 90s is probably the radio I remember the most. My brother remembers the 80s because he's 7 years older, but yeah, we had these radio Power 104 in Houston, Texas. That was our station. Well, that is Unfiltered Brew on the Helical Brew for this episode number. And bleep. And thank you everyone for joining us on this episode, and for obviously subscriptions and things like that. Our best place is just go to helicalbrew.com, take you straight to our YouTube channel, and like Sura was saying, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and come on into the Helical Brew universe, where we continue to grow with content and segments like our AI Thought Leader series, and coming up, the SLAS Thought, or not really Thought Leaders, but the SLAS Lead Up series. I always got to give my producer something to edit.
I'd be out of a job otherwise.
Why make it a perfect cut when you can throw a wrench in it periodically and lay down something that has to be cut up and reformulated? And always subscribe on Spotify and iTunes. So till next time, we're going to brew this episode and consider it brewed. See ya. Thank you for joining us on the Helical Brew. We're glad to have you with us. For more episodes, please visit our website at helicalbrew.com. That's helicalbrew.com.